Well, hello guys. Thanks for joining me today for this video, which is video number 15 for our grade school and middle school groups. And the live class for this video will be on Monday, January 18th at 6:15 on Zoom. If you don't have the link and you need it, please feel free to contact me or the church, and we'll be sure that you get it. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about maybe a saying that you've heard at church before. It comes up a lot where we hear about Jesus teaching his disciples to fish for people. Does that mean we cast out a line and like drag it in? If I'm sitting here, all of a sudden I can get hooked and pulled away? I don't think so. But we are going to hear a little bit more about the story of when Jesus called the first disciples. So I'm going to get our Bible out and read that from our Gospel of Matthew, which is in the New Testament. And then I thought we'll do our video again this week. I kind of liked last week. So we'll see what Carly has to add to our story to help us better understand it. So for now, let's open up our Bibles. Let's open up our Bibles. I have it opened to Matthew chapter 4, and it's verses 18 through 22. I am using the NRSV, New Revised Standard Version of the Bible. But whatever one you have, I'm sure is just great. But if you notice that the words are a little different, there are several different versions of the Bible that the writing's just a little different, though the meaning is the same, to help make the language easier to read or to feel a little bit more something that we can each understand. So whatever version you have is just fine, but I will be reading from the NRSV. So let us turn now to the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus calls the first disciples. As he walked by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fish for people." Immediately they left their nets and followed him. As he went from there, he saw two other brothers, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John, in the boat with their father Zebedee, mending their nets. And he called them. Immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this is a story where Jesus starts to form those first disciples, to form his community of faith, much like we have today, that when we gather together to learn about, so that we can go out into the world and teach others about God's love and the good news of Jesus Christ. And that's what Jesus is doing here. He's forming his community. So I'm going to pull up our video now so we can take a watch at that together. Let me see here, make sure we can hear it, and pull that up. Let me see if I can make it full size. There we go. And
Greetings, it's Carly. In our story today, Jesus is walking along the Galilee Sea. As he is walking, he invites two different sets of brothers to join him on his journey. First, he calls for Peter and Andrew, and then James and John. They were all fishermen who were out working when Jesus arrived. All four of them stop what they are doing and join Jesus when he tells them to come and follow him. These are Jesus' first disciples. A disciple is someone who chooses to follow Jesus and his teachings. When Jesus tells them to come follow him, he says, "I will show you how to fish for people." Wait, huh? How do you fish for people? I know you can use worms to catch fish, but how do you fish for people? Maybe you put out pizza, or candy, or toys? I think what Jesus meant was that he'd teach them how to bring people together with his teachings. Jesus taught about love and community, and he wanted to spread that message. One of my favorite things to do is have my friends over at my house. My mom taught me that one way I can show love is by inviting people who don't have a lot of friends to hang out or play. I found that it's really fun, and it makes them feel included. It also helps us make new friends and learn new things about each other. It's important for everyone to know that there are people who care about them. This is my way of bringing people together and following Jesus' teachings. Jesus told the disciples to go out to different places and build communities so that people could come together and hear his teachings about love. All types of people are invited to follow Jesus. We get to help build a community where everyone is included. So, if you want to fish for people, don't use worms. Try showing care and help people feel included. That's what Jesus did, and that's what he invited the disciples to do too. Now, it's time for you to wonder.
There we go. It's time for us to wonder. So I wonder, how would you fish for people? That's kind of a crazy question, but I think she did a nice job of showing us what Jesus means when he says that. So I have a few questions I want to leave you with today that you can think on, that we'll talk more about in our live class on Monday. What would you have done if you had been one of the fishermen and Jesus had asked you to follow him? What do you think it was like to be a disciple in Jesus's time? And where do you think the disciples and Jesus went immediately after Jesus asked them to follow him? Ponder those questions, and we'll talk more about it on Monday. So as we wrap up our time together here, again, I'll invite you to join us for the live class on Monday. And I hope that you'll join us for worship on Sunday, which, remember, is Pajama Jam Sunday. So I hope you have your jammies on while you join us remotely. And there's a packet that's on its way to your house. You might have already even received it. That has some fun activities and even some cocoa for us to share during church on Sunday when we celebrate Pajama Jam. I'm very much excited about wearing my jammies to church. So I am excited to get to do that with you. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I look forward to talking to you on Sunday, and I hope we'll see you for the live class on Monday. So for now, I'll see you later.